Hello there, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to talk about my experience in making the OLYA shirt by Paper Theory. So if you're considering making this pattern, or if you're looking for a button-down pattern and are curious about the OLYA, or if you just like all things sewing like me, then this is the video for you. First, I'm going to talk about what I really like about the pattern, what I didn't like so much or what I would change, and ultimately give you my honest feedback about whether or not I would make this one again. Okay, let's start with what I like about this pattern. Firstly, I was drawn to it because of the unique design in the front yoke. So the front yoke is actually one continuous piece all the way down into the sleeve and connects to the back yoke in this really unique kind of inset area. And I like that design for specifically to be made with a stripe pattern where you can really see the distinction between the stripes going this way all the way down the sleeve, and then the rest of the front panel and the back panel with the stripes going in the opposite direction. And that's definitely the distinguishing feature of this shirt, and I really like that. The other thing I like about this pattern was that it's a bit of an oversized fit, but the collar and the cuffs fit well and snugly. And I appreciate that because I think that gives a nice dynamic of it's fitted and kind of bespoke, but also relaxed. And then lastly, I just want to say that I found the Pattern Maker's sew along video very helpful. So in addition to the written instructions, she did a sew along video, which really helped to clarify some of the more challenging steps in this shirt construction. Because I'm not going to lie, attaching the yoke sleeve piece to the back yoke is a little bit unique and a little bit challenging, and seeing it visually in the video helped tremendously. Okay, what were the weaker points of this pattern? So this could have been user error and just speak to my inexperience, but I didn't love how the button or the cuff placket ended up looking on the inside. On the outside, I think it's tip-top and beautiful, but I'm wondering if there was a better way to construct it such that the inside would look a little bit better. So you can see here that it's just not perfectly lined up. And again, this could be my inexperience in not doing it correctly, but I'm wondering if there's just a different method maybe for tightening that up and making it look just a little bit better. And the reason that that matters at all is because if you want to open the cuffs and roll them up and show them on the outside, you want that to look nice. The other thing that I changed actually was the seam finishes. So the pattern suggests using a serger, which I don't have, and I don't have one because I don't actually like the way that serged seams look. I feel like it looks cheap and kind of looks like fast fashion, and so if I'm going to take the time to make something at home, I want it to look bespoke and tailored, and so I chose to cover the seams in most cases here with what I think is called a Hong Kong seam, where you put a bit of bias binding on around the raw edge. And I got that suggestion from my girl Carly B. If you don't know who she is, go look her up. She's amazing. So I'm really happy with how that looks. I think it looks much better than having raw edges. I also used a French seam on the side seam because that was easy enough to do. And then last but not least, probably the biggest change that I made to this shirt was that I created a hidden button placket in the front. So this is the placket with the button holes, and as you can see, I've created this kind of cover button flap so that when the shirt is buttoned up, you actually don't see the buttons on the outside. And I got this idea from a shirt that I own that has this, and I really like it. I think it looks sleek and nice. But also because I did not have 6 matching buttons for this, and so I felt compelled to try to hide them. And I'm really happy with how that turned out. If you're interested in how I created this hidden button placket, please let me know, because I am happy to make a video on how I did it. In terms of this pattern overall and whether or not I'd recommend it, I definitely recommend it. I think it's a well thought out pattern. The instructions plus the sew along video make it clear, and I really like the unique design. So I would definitely recommend it and plan to make it again myself. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. If you have any ideas or any patterns that you know of for button downs that use really high quality finishes on the inside, either French seams or bias binding, please let me know, because I am definitely looking for one. But that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, I hope you like and subscribe, and I hope to see you again in my next video. Okay, cheers, bye.